Okay, Elena, this is Joni. I'm in my crafts room, and what I have, I hope, are 6 half-length, 2.5-inch strips. So we had a batik exchange at my quilt guild. I just want to make sure this is recording. And I have all sorts of batiks, and we're trying to use them up. So pretend this is full length, and you cut it in halves. You have half of a length, and you choose 6 different ones. So that's what I've done, and then you sew them all together into a tube. You actually have a tube of 6. I got to see if you can even see this. I'm working behind the camera, but there is a tube of 6. I sewed 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 and 2, and then I sort of pressed it, of course, laid it flat. Now I'm going to cut it into 2.5-inch segments. So first you clean cut it, of course. I shouldn't have to show you this, but I will. What the heck. Toss that down there, and you do 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. So when you are done, you will have 6 of these. You'll have some left over, but that's okay. Now I'm starting to get a little sloppy, so I think I should just stop and show you the ones I did already. Here, let's clean cut that guy so he's exactly 2.5 inches. So you end up with 6 tubes of stitches. Or 6 tubes of, go away, 6 tubes of 2.5-inch wide strips. Then your job is to pick them apart at certain areas. I'm making an X, so I'm putting a black one as one of my strips. So I picked that seam aside, and I looked at my tube and I said, okay, I want the black to move up 1. Let me grab another one. Okay, so I want the black to be in the 3rd position and green at the bottom. So I'm going to pick, see how I pick, you would do it nicer, and do you see how it's sort of gradating up? So now I want the black to be in the 4th position. 4th, so I want, another thing is you want yellow. If it's yellow at the top, the next time around you want yellow at the bottom, and you shouldn't be ripping them apart like I am. But that's what you do. And once you have created that, let's see, I want black in the 2nd position, orange at the bottom. Ugh! Go over, everybody go over. And the last one, of course, I want black at the top. So I just, and I sew those. Whoa, I screwed up. No, I didn't screw up. Did I screw up? I did screw up. Shoot. Okay, that black needs to go up there. Forget that last one. Pretend there's a black up there. So then you sew those together and you end up with something called a scrap round the world. Now, if you didn't use black, you can just use random ones and then sew them together. I guess they are the rage on the internet. And if you go to Google and say scrap round the world and look for images, you'll see a bunch of them. You can use regular fabric or like we were using the batiks. So that's how you create the pattern or the block, and you make a bunch of them. So I'm going to turn this around. Ooh, coming around my crafts room. Don't get dizzy. Yeah, I know, there's stuff on the floor. I wanted to show you my latest scrap quilt. This was a, what do you call it? Mystery quilt. So every month we got a new direction. And this is what it looks like in the end. So that's I don't know who I'm making this for or what I'm going to do with it, but it's done. So let me get this on the internet as a YouTube hit. And we'll talk to you later. I hope that helps. If you have any more questions, let me know. Goodbye.